Conducting Research, Social and Behavioral Science Methods, Second Edition from L.T. Orcher. The PowerPoints were created and narrated by Dr. P.B. Welcome to Chapter 1 on Selecting Research Topics. Today we'll explore what empirical research is, where research ideas come from, and the key factors you need to consider when choosing a topic for your research project. Let's start with the basics. Research is about systematically gathering and making sense of information. There are two main types of research: library research, where you work with existing material, and empirical research, where you collect new data through observation. The word observation here is broad. It includes surveys, interviews, experiments, and not just watching behavior. Selecting a research topic is your first and most crucial step. It's like choosing the foundation for a house. Everything else builds on this decision. Your topic will determine what methods you use, who your participants will be, and whether your study is even possible to complete. Your daily observations are gold mines for research ideas. When you notice something unexpected or interesting, ask yourself these 6 questions. For example, if you know someone who smokes occasionally but can go weeks without cigarettes, you might wonder, how many people are occasional smokers? Are they mostly men or women? What triggers them to smoke? What are the health effects? Can we predict who becomes an occasional smoker? Theories are another excellent source of research topics. Terror management theories suggest that thinking about death makes people anxious, so they cope by strengthening their cultural beliefs and relationships. This theory led researchers to predict that church attendance would spike after celebrity deaths and divorce rates would drop after disasters. These predictions became specific research studies. Published research offers 3 pathways to new studies. Replication means doing the same study again. This is especially valuable when previous results were surprising or contradictory. Modified replication changes one key element, like studying a different age group or using different measures. The third approach is addressing limitations that previous researchers identified in their own work. Here is a cautionary tale that highlights why you must consider participant availability early. This graduate student spent a month developing measures and reviewing literature on depression in teens, only to discover she couldn't get permission to study in schools. So don't assume access to any population. Hospitals, schools, businesses. Always check first, even for seemingly simple requests. Ethics should guide your topic selection from the start. Even asking certain questions can cause harm. For instance, questions about childhood trauma might trigger painful memories in participants. Unless you have specialized training and support systems in place, it is better to choose topics that pose minimal risk to participants. Beginning researchers should stick to relatively low-risk topics. You're not choosing your topic in isolation. Consider who will evaluate your work: your instructor, your thesis committee, or journal reviewers. They will assess whether your topic is appropriate for your skill level, feasible within your time frame, and likely to generate meaningful results. Don't ignore lukewarm feedback from advisors, but work together to find a topic that excites both you and them. Demographics are powerful tools for refining your topic. A study on all patients following medical advice is huge and vague, but focusing on elderly, diabetic men makes it specific and manageable. You can always narrow a broad topic by adding demographic restrictions, or broaden a narrow topic by including more diverse participants. There is nothing wrong with choosing topics you're personally passionate about. In fact, it can fuel your motivation. But be realistic about your constraints. A beginning researcher tackling a complex topic might struggle more than someone doing a straightforward study well. Your instructor can help you find the sweet spot between interesting and achievable. Resist the urge to commit to your first idea. Start your literature search with multiple potential topics. You might discover that one area is already well researched, while another has exciting gaps to fill. Or you might find that one topic has much better participant access than another. Keeping your options open early saves time and frustration later. Let's wrap up the key points from Chapter 1. Remember that empirical research is about collecting new data through systematic observation. Your research topics can come from daily observation, theoretical predictions, or building on published studies. Always consider practical and ethical constraints early in the process. Use demographic variables strategically to focus your research scope, and keep multiple options open until you've done some preliminary exploration. Next time, we'll learn how to systematically search for and review the literature on your chosen topic.